Hello guys, I hope you're all doing well. Today we are back on Wake Island and this is going to be a bit of a commentary over a round I hit the other day. It's 85 and 0, it's really high KPM and yeah, I thought this is a pretty cool round right here. I haven't hit that many rounds like this on Conquest, so I will try to talk through some stuff that you can do on Conquest that will probably increase your KPM. Another thing before I start is my config file. I know I'm going to get asked about a billion times about how my enemies are glowing white. I have absolutely no idea, but I think it could be something to do with the config file. So I'm just going to assume it's that. So I'll link a paste bin in the description. You guys should be able to find that. And that's going to have my config file in it. And to learn how to install the config file, just look at my ultimate playing guide or whatever. Both playing guides actually have a tutorial on how to use the config file, I think. So either one should work fine, and you guys can see exactly how to use that. Anyways, onto the commentary. So we are going to be trying to bomb this tank here. It's a pretty important thing on Conquest and Breakthrough to bomb all the tanks, and especially when you have this 0 with the 532 pound, I believe. It's just really good against tanks, so I don't see why I wouldn't do that, and third person aiming works just fine against little vehicles like that. So we take it in third person. And the friendly's getting chased down here, so we're going to keep up our planes. It is quite important to keep up your planes on Conquest because the C and the D flag are both airfield based. So if you get those caps, then you're not going to have access to any more planes. So I'm going to try to keep up my teammates, and that way we always have like a 3v1 or a 3v2. So our team should always be at the advantage when it comes to air power. So I'm just going to be trying to strafe these infantry now that are going flag to flag. You can just tell where they're going to go by which flag is burning, kind of. So F burnt, so the closest one to F is E, so it's very likely that they're going to go F to E. Now D's burning, so if they cap that, it's very likely that they'll either go to E to secure that cap, or they'll go to C. That's just kind of how flags tend to work, and just by looking at the top of your screen, you can often tell where enemies are and where they're going to be. So it is a useful tool, and I think a lot of you guys will know that, but for those who don't, try it out. Just try to predict where enemies are going to go based on what you're seeing on the map. Just going to go strafe in again. Just have a look down here. Back on E, there should be plenty of kills here, but I'm only really getting one or two a strafe. There wasn't even the second one there. My bombs were kind of a bit of a dud, but that's alright. We're just gonna keep repeating it and move through this game. Pretty good start as well, 12 and 0. Just in the first few minutes. It's not the best start, but I think this match will get better, so it's not too bad at all. So you see a boat there. I mean, the boat can be used for back caps and stuff, so I'm just going to try to focus it a little bit. Don't really get any kills there, unfortunately. I'm not going to put any more energy into it, because they should be going D to C right now, and I should be able to spot some people either doing that or still on D flag, because it's just a recent cap. And I actually go for the guys coming from E. Well, they're going to be going to C as well. It's another very obvious movement that they're going to make. Or either, on Wake Island actually, they can take a boat and go across the map, but it is likely that they'll just run, and that's something they often do. You can easily tell when there is a boat anyways, so that's not really a big issue. And I'm just going to make squad room for my buddy real quick, so that shouldn't take too long. Sorry, evil Homerayu, unfortunate. And yeah, so now C is going to get pushed. We really don't want them to cap C. It'd be very good if we could keep it, because that way our team will still have planes and have fresh respawns for them. So I'm going to kill a guy there and then kill the tank exiting, or at least try to. I get a vehicle hit 100. I don't know what that's about, but unfortunately no kill there. And now we have a 2v2 dogfight. I just came in to make it a 2v2. And yeah, both planes get shot down, I think. No, one survives. And unfortunately for this guy, he's been reversed by this Corsair, and I'm just going to take the kill, even though it's a bit of a kill steal. You just got to get him out of the sky when it comes down to it. There's way more kills that can be had on the ground than in the sky, so you may as well just, take away the planes, and then you can focus on the ground. It's way better usage of your time. Don't exactly get the gun in there. Probably should have shot for a little bit longer, get fleegered. I should have dropped my bombs there, but I didn't. I mean, it's hindsight. If I didn't get fleegered, then I'd say I should have kept my bombs, but since I got fleegered, it may as well have just dropped them and rearmed. But since I still have them, I want to get some usage out of them. So I think we'll look towards this tank. Tank's probably looking like the play here. And see if that hits. Bang. That's a 4-piece right there. Love how those bombs just come in, just take out anything. They're absolutely ridiculously strong. If you're not running them on the 0, I don't know what you're doing, to be honest. The big bombs aren't that good. It's just the little bombs all day. So we're going to keep going with this one. I think they're going to be pushing back towards D. I mean, you can see on the map that D is a point of contention, but they still have an E. They still have a force towards C that hasn't been accounted for yet. So we're going to go for that. And I ran a plane there and actually survived, which is quite rare. It doesn't always happen. Again, just looking at this boat. I mean, I haven't had much success with those boats killing them. That time it was in third person, so I wasn't really trying that hard, and we've got to play on my 6. I'm doing this flats as defense, which is basically just doing like horizontal switches left and right, left and right, left and right. And he overshoots me, uses his turbo, which is probably the play here. But what he should have done is he should have actually took the vertical and then cut me, and then I could follow him up, and he would have had another angle after he looped back down. He didn't do that. He just looped horizontally with a turbo, which doesn't really do a whole lot. And I'm just going to stall up on his 6 and put some rounds into him. I'm going for first person here for whatever reason. And I've been trying it to aim lately to see what the main differences are. It doesn't feel that much better to me at all. I think third person is the way to go. So we get him out of the sky. That's a white Corsair. White Corsairs are always what you want to be going for. And there's a blue Corsair coming as well. Get him first person here for some reason. And we're just going to put some rounds down range. See if we can take him out nice and quick. Goes. And it looks like D is the flag to go for. You can see the traces coming out. There's an AA. I should really focus the AA, but I'm not really too worried about it. End up going for the AA to try to clear it for my friendlies, but my friendly strafes the AA. So I mean, we were both trying to clear the AA, but one of us should have been strafing infantry instead, and unfortunately neither of us did, so that was a pointless strafe, but it's alright. We at least destroyed the AA, so we're going to use the 4 plate to fix that. And I'm just looking for a kill. 1 kill will do here, I don't really mind. And I don't even get that. So unfortunately, another bad strafe. I mean, it does happen. And I'm not going to cut them out because this game is just like, it's a good game. And I don't see the point in not showing my... I don't see the point in hiding my least successful moments in the match, since there aren't too many and there's stuff to learn from them. I mean, that time it was just bad aim, right? There's a little 3-piece. I went in that strafe expecting 1 and left with 3, so that's not too bad. And we see more traces here, and this is going to be sweet. This is going to be a good speed. Only 2, but I mean, it felt good getting all those hit markers, I won't lie. So we're going to turn back around, because I think I saw another dot near those guys I just killed, and also that's a medic. Sure enough, plenty more kills to be had, and the good thing about what I'm doing right now is I'm not actually spending much time in between strafes. It's a major pillar of KPM. One of the main fundamentals of it really is if you can minimize the amount of time you're turning around and maximize the amount of time you're strafing, obviously you're going to get more kills. So I don't fly too far away. I fly as far away as I think I need to get the kills that I'm going to get. So I already know which targets I'm going to strafe before I even turn around most of the time, and that's what allows me to do that. Sometimes if I don't know what I really want to kill, then I'll go for a really far away strafe and find stuff, but more often than not, what I just said is very optimal, where you spot them out in the rear cam and then fly as far away as you need to, turn straight around as soon as you can, and it's a matter of judgment to make sure that you can actually kill the enemies that you've spotted with the amount of time you've given yourself. So the further you fly away, the more time you give yourself, and you just want to be able to judge that correctly. That's all I'm trying to say. Go back into that infantry there, he gets killed, and it probably wasn't worth doing a committed strafe to 1 infantry there. In hindsight, I should have looked back towards probably C or D and seen if they were pushing either of them, and then from there on just kind of ease my way outwards towards their flags to see where their spawns are. But obviously I think the enemy team is quite wiped out right now, and they should be going F to E, I reckon, or F to D. So we'll see if that happens. Well, no, E to D should be the play, but we're converging on E, so they're going to be going from F to E to back it up, I think. But we'll obviously see what happens, I guess. You can only predict so much. It's just a little framework that you can use to kind of guess things. Get that plane off my friendly 6. That's a squad mate, friend of mine, so got to help him out. And look back towards the objectives. Get Fleegered there, actually. I'm not going to turn for the Flieger because I see better targets, and 2 kills is good enough. Fly towards the Flieger, mainly just looking for 1 exit kill. Don't find it, it's alright. And that plane gets shot down as well, not too bad. I still have tracers coming towards me, so I checked rear cam to see if it was a plane. It wasn't. And now we're back and ready to go for more kills. Conquest is a bit slower than Breakthrough generally, but if you can read the flags really well, you can still get insane KPM on it. Some of my best matches KPM-wise were Conquest ones, but it was obviously using the old G6. Now in that situation there, I saw that the Flieger was broke up into 2 salvos. They weren't grouped together that well. And I knew I was going to get hit by one because I reacted too late. I checked my rear cam too late. So I just stayed where I was, acknowledged that I was going to take the lower salvo and not went up into the higher one, because otherwise I could cop one, and then as I'm turning, cop the second one and die. Like, that stuff will happen to you, so, I mean, it is just a slight little decision, and it probably didn't do anything that I actually decided to catch one of the Fleas instead of taking both, but you never know, it's just a safety precaution. C3 enemies there, shoot the double kill first. Fortunately, it dispersed as soon as I start shooting. So I just end up going with 2. You can pretty much always get 2. And look in the chat, we've got the accusations rolling in. This is a very typical kind of match when I have a different username to usual. And we have the AA again on that flag. I'm just going to turn around and kill the AA. I don't really care, I'm just going to get him out of the ground. Get him out of the sky, I was about to say. Simple enough, just bomb high altitude. I could have done it from a lot further than that, but I figured since I have my auto repair, I'm willing to get a little bit closer just to ensure that he dies in that one pass and the AA actually gets destroyed. So I see that as being worth it since I'm so close to my repair. No, I don't actually know what I'm going to strafe now. We got a dogfight going on here, so let's just try to get rid of that. So I'm kind of scissoring to get him to overshoot me a little bit here. And should get an angle right about now. He's actually going to be stuck in water. No, he's not. I thought he should have probably been stuck in water there. That's what usually happens. And yeah, he was alright. And I was hoping to kill him in that last few shots. But since I didn't, I'm not going to overextend for it. I'm just going to leave him be. That's alright. Now, C is being contested. And I say Silcon YT to try to kind of debunk some of these accusations, but these kind of people, I'm trying to reason with very unreasonable people. It's not really going to work. They just have the mindset where if someone does better than they do, then they're going to say they're cheating, and that's just how it is. It's been like that every single Battlefield game. You just get players like that, and it's something you got to deal with. Not really a big deal at all. I kind of think it's funny, if anything. So yeah, we're going to look back towards F. There's a fight going down there, so I was expecting the enemy team would probably fight back and spawn on the flag and at least push it, and sure enough they do, and they bring a tank. So since they did, I'm going to go get rid of the tank. Because no one really plays Assault anymore. It's more of a medics and supports at the moment, so it is mostly my job actually to get rid of tanks, so if I can do it, it's a major help to the team. Now, a lot of you guys are going to criticize me here for not using flares. I really don't care. I just don't like using them. I think it's a cheap mechanic, and I only really use them when I have to. I mean, I also don't need the flares. I can see everything, and I don't know. I think it's a very cancerous thing, and I'm not a massive fan of just having everything glowing on the map. I mean, it is good, obviously, when you have it for yourself, but I don't really need it. I think it's a waste of time as well. If I do a strafe specifically to drop flares, that's a strafe that I could have spent killing enemies. So the flares are really just not necessary. They cover such a small distance as well that in Conquest I don't think it's worth it. Actually for Conquest I'd probably recommend using the faster resupply perk instead of flares. Now these should be lit, and of course it is going to be going for at least 2 here. 2 is the standard, and drop my bombs. Hope to get another one, and I did. Unfortunate, but it does happen. And we see a plane with low energy on my friendly 6. This should be a free kill for me. And it wasn't. He just crashed into the water. I could have committed more to turning towards him, but I was honestly just turning towards the repair, and any shots I got onto him, it's kind of a bonus. I don't know why I'm trying to reason with these guys. I just shouldn't even bother. I should just keep playing and just farming them harder, but for some reason I'm trying to tell them that, you know, I'm legit. You can see my gameplay. You can see exactly what I do. It's pretty straightforward. And yeah, there's no reason for that. Just play the game. The accusations have got really crazy lately. Like all my friends get accusated a lot too, and like it's been ridiculous. Even my friend in real life, who's playing with me right now, yeah, someone said he was sus in this match, and he's just like got into flying. So people really do just accusate quite easily these days. It's pretty wild. And those exit kills are always worth doing. As you're flying to the repair bay, you may as well just look for a kill on the exit. It's not going to slow you down at all. It's just an extra kill on the leaderboard. Just no reason not to do it, really. So, unfortunately, target switched a little bit too early on the second target in that 3. Or it could have been a potential 3-man. But the second kill obviously didn't come to life because I switched too early. That's alright though. We're just going to keep flying around and just use my So I just fly out towards E basically after the strafe and then just turn back in towards it and get a few kills there. I mean, I don't really need to explain a lot of this stuff. It's pretty straightforward, but I'll do it anyway. I'm gonna go bomb this this boat, not boat, sorry, LVT because it's on fire. It should be a free kill even if I miss one of my bombs, but I don't, so it dies really easily. And those are still people spawning from D, or maybe they have a spawn beacon, I'm not quite sure. But either way, I'm just gonna mop them all up. Should be able to turn back around, and there should be more kills approaching E. Throwing up on the stairs. 2 kills. Did I only see 1 then? I'm not sure. It's hard to tell in Premiere, but yeah, I don't think I was expecting the double there. And I do seriously believe what I said in the chat then. I do think the Flieger is better than it's ever been right now. I think it's the strongest form easily. Before, it was kind of a thing where if you fly too close to it, you're guaranteed to die. Like, it will happen every single time without fail. If you fly close to a Flieger, you're dead. There's nothing you can do about that. However, right now, there is nothing you can do about it anyway. It will just kill you sometimes. I've just been flying around, and max height, you know, all that kind of stuff, and the Flieger just smashes me out of nowhere. So the Flieger does do that now. It is just a part of the game that you do have to deal with. Back towards E, so you just swap them to stack up out the back of the side, behind the silos, all that kind of stuff. And sure enough, we get a couple kills, couple bombs, easy enough. And I'm gonna keep my momentum is the thing when you're flying in this game. You know, like when you fly in a straight line, you obviously have a lot more speed, and as soon as you turn around, you lose it all. So if I'm flying towards the resupply and I have my speed up, I may as well just keep that momentum going towards it and get a quick resupply instead of flying slowly. And you know, I do like to keep my speed up when I'm flying around. I don't see why you wouldn't. You always have your finger on the throttle, and yeah, it's just all round better. Like, you're not going to get shot as much. You're a harder target to hit for sure, and you can get to where you want to go like a lot faster if you keep the momentum. So often when I'm flying to flags, I'm not using my spacebar to turn. I'm kind of just doing subtle turns, like tapping it or whatever, just to, you know, keep my speed nice and high so I can get there faster and get to the kills before anyone else does. Shot a bit too little there. I just target switch straight to the Flieger, try to get him. Probably shouldn't have flown out this way, but I do. And I could have got A8 from B, but luckily they're not using it right now. And our team is low on tickets. It does look like we're going to lose this match right now. So I want to try to help us, but in the end of the day, on a conquest match, you can't really carry in the plane. It's just something that doesn't happen. Sometimes you do lose. I think I really did want to win this match, but it's not quite as easy to take wins on this. Couple kills there, not really too much to it. And the smart play here is probably just going to be to go kill that tank. Hopefully that's what we do. I just can't remember what I did in this match right now. Yeah, so when I go for to strafe a tank, I often have a look for infantry first to see if I can get a little entry kill, and then I'll also switch to my bombs at the end of the strafe and then kill a tank. Very straightforward stuff, and yeah, it's a good way to do it. So I get that Sherman there with some nice bombs. Gonna resup those and just have a look back towards our flags. Unfortunately, the game is basically over at this stage. We are not going to win this, and yeah, I did everything I could, and sometimes it is just like that. Sometimes you're going to lose matches no matter what. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll leave it till the end of the match, and yeah, let me know what you guys want to see, if you want to see anything different on the channel. I have infantry gameplay recorded. I'm just waiting until like all this 5.2.2 point whatever, like all the patch stuff just rolls over, so we can get a good idea of where the game's gonna be at. Then I want to make some actual educational stuff for infantry because I've been enjoying that a lot lately. But anyways, until later guys, I'll catch you on the next one.